Welcome students. In 9th Maths 2, topic number 5, quadrilateral. In last video, we had seen what is meant by parallelogram and also seen some properties and theorems on the parallelogram. We had seen one theorem, opposite sides and opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent, and also we had seen diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other and see exercise 5.1. So students, today we will see some more properties of parallelogram. Some more properties of parallelogram and its proof also. So let's start. See the first property is for parallelogram. If pairs of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are congruent, then that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. See what is given. You understand the meaning of that theorem. First you understand the meaning of that theorem. Then you easily write the proof. What is given here? If part is given. If pairs of opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. This is the given. And we have to prove then. Then means we have to prove that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. We have to prove. So here quadrilateral we have to write or we have to draw a quadrilateral. So I had drawn here a quadrilateral. Name the quadrilateral as PQRS. Okay. Now what is the given in this theorem? Pairs of opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. Of a quadrilateral are congruent. See, this is quadrilateral. What are the opposite sides here? Opposite side of PS is QR and opposite side of PQ is SR. So in quadrilateral PQRS, side PS is congruent to side QR and side PQ is congruent to side SR. I had given here identical mark for congruent. See here PQ and here SR. One identical mark is given and here two lines. Okay. Understand given what is? How we have to prove? What is we have to prove? That quadrilateral is parallelogram. Means this is a parallelogram. We have to prove quadrilateral PQRS is a parallelogram. Okay, understand what is here given and what is we have to prove. Then you know to prove it is a parallelogram. We have to prove parallelogram means we know the definition of parallelogram. What is the definition of parallelogram? Opposite sides are parallel and opposite sides are congruent or opposite angles are congruent. So we must take one condition to prove it is parallelogram. So we construct here construction is given. Draw diagonal PR or join diagonal any one diagonal PR or QR. Draw or join one diagonal here PR. I had joined here diagonal PR. So let's start the proof. See, due to this diagonal, there are two triangles for here. See, this is the first triangle and this is the second triangle. What is the first triangle? PQR. Now what is the second triangle? PSR. Okay. We have to prove these two triangles congruent. Then we can prove that the opposite sides are, this alternate angle are congruent. See, this is the alternate angle or not? Yes. This is the alternate angle. So we prove alternate angle are congruent. Then these two lines are parallel. So this is a parallelogram. So in these two triangles, see the proof. In triangle SPR and triangle QRP. SPR and in triangle QRP. These are the two triangles. Okay, I had taken here first and this is second. Okay. First, what is given in this triangle? PS is congruent to QR. See, PS is congruent to QR. It is in the given. Similarly, SR is congruent to PQ. SR is congruent to PQ given. And see, in this triangle and in this triangle, side PR is common. Side PR, congruent side RP or PR, common side. So both of this triangle, three sides of first triangle are congruent to other three sides of the triangle, another triangle. So what is the test? SSS test. According to SSS test means side test, these both triangles are congruent. These both triangles are congruent. How to write this? PS, see here, PS, QR or RQ, SR, QQ and PR, RQ. So these both triangles are congruent according to SSS tester. If the both triangles are congruent, then their corresponding sides are congruent and corresponding angles are also congruent. So we need angle, alternate angles. So I write here angle SPR, congruent angle PRQ, PRQ or QRP. Okay, these both triangles are congruent. Therefore, I write here SPR congruent QRP, corresponding side of congruent triangle. Similarly, see here, this angle is also congruent. What is the angle here? PRS. First angle is now PRS congruent QPR. This is also congruent because corresponding side of congruent triangle. These both triangles are congruent, so we write the corresponding angles as congruent. Now see, this is the alternate angle or not? Yes, it is alternate angle is congruent. Therefore, this is an alternate angle congruent. Therefore, PS is parallel to QR. This is congruent. Therefore, we write PS parallel to QR because alternate angle test of parallel lines. Similarly, see PRS congruent RPQ. This is also alternate angle. Okay, see here, these two lines are, this alternate angle is congruent. Therefore, these two lines are parallel. From this we write side PQ parallel side SR because alternate angle test. And from these two equations, from equation 1 and 2, see one equation, PS is parallel to QR, and second equation, PQ is parallel to SR. Opposite sides are parallel. Therefore, quadrilateral PQRS is a parallelogram. Okay, very simple. We have to prove both triangles by any test. We can find the proof of this equation. So you remember this theorem statement: if pairs of opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent, then that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Okay. So students, second here is, if both the pairs of opposite angles of a quadrilateral are congruent, then it is a parallelogram. See what is given. Here we have drawn a quadrilateral name as EFGH. If given, what becomes? Both the pairs of opposite angles of a quadrilateral are congruent. Both the pairs means, what are the pairs of here opposite angles pair? See here, opposite angles pair which are there? Angle H ला opposite कोणती आहे? Angle F, and angle E ला कोणता आहे? Angle G. So these both the pairs of opposite angle of a quadrilateral are congruent. So in the given, in quadrilateral EFGH, angle E is congruent angle G, and angle what becomes C? Opposite sides angle H congruent angle F. Angle H congruent angle F. Here the theorem is given in type of activity. In standard 9 and 10, you have activity based learning. So we have given activity. Fill in the blanks means here activity. In their question number 2 and in question number 3, there are activities. So given, you understand, angle H is congruent to angle F. Now we have to prove then it is a parallelogram. Quadrilateral EFGH is a parallelogram. We have to prove this is a parallelogram. Okay. Now proof C. Let angle E and G is equal to x. It is given x. And angle H and F given y. We know the property of quadrilateral. What is the property? Sum of all angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Okay. So we write as angle E plus angle G plus angle H plus angle F is equal to 360 degree. Now see what is angle E. E means x. G means here. G means x. H means y. F means y is equal to 360 degree. X plus x becomes 2x. Y plus y becomes 2y is equal to 360 degree. Here dividing both sides by 2. What we get? X plus 2y divided by 2y. 360 divided by 2, 180. X plus y is equal to 180. What is x? Angle G or E. I write here angle G. And what is y? Y is H or F. I write here H. Angle G plus angle H is equal to 180 degree. I had it written here. Why? Understand? Because these are the interior angles. So interior angle sum is 180, then the lines are parallel. We have to prove it is a parallelogram. So for proving parallelogram, opposite sides must be parallel. And when the opposite sides are parallel, we know the parallel lines property. If the corresponding angles are congruent, or alternate angles are congruent, or interior angles are supplementary, then the lines are parallel. So I have given here these two angles. X plus y is equal to 180, means these two angles sum is 180. So therefore this sum is 180. Therefore HE is parallel to GH. Side HE is parallel to side GH because interior angle test. What says interior angle test? If the sum of the interior angle is 180, then the lines are parallel. Similarly here angle G plus angle F. See here angle G plus angle F is also equal to 180 degree. This sum is 180 degree. Therefore GH is parallel to EF. Therefore side, which side? GH is parallel to side EF. And now see from equation 1 and 2, what is equation? H is parallel to GF, equation number 1, and second is GH parallel to EF. Therefore from equation 1 and 2, it is a EFGH is a parallelogram. So we have to prove that it is a parallel. Okay, this is one of the theorem based on activity based theorem. You may write both the theorems in your notebook. Okay, we had studied two theorems. Now in the page number 65 and 66 there are more theorems, 2 or more theorems. You solve yourself. Okay, now we will see some examples on practice set 5.2. Not all example, some examples on practice set 5.2. So let's first example. In figure, quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is given parallelogram. P and Q are midpoints of side AB and CD. This point P and Q are midpoint of AB and CD, means AP is equal to PB and DQ is equal to QC. Then prove that quadrilateral APQC. See where is the quadrilateral APQC? This is. We have to prove this APQC is a parallelogram. Okay. So for proving parallelogram, we know the properties of parallelogram. Opposite sides are parallel and opposite sides are congruent. Then it is a parallelogram. Okay. So we have to prove AP is congruent to QC and AP is parallel to QC. We have to prove this. So if one pair of opposite sides is congruent and parallel, then it is parallelogram. So we prove any one pair congruent and parallel, then it is parallelogram. So start. Segment AB, quadrilateral ABCD, quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Given, it is given, it is a parallelogram. Therefore, AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD or DC because opposite sides of parallelogram are parallel. See here, AB is parallel to CD. Why? Because it is a parallelogram. AB, we can write AB as AP and DC as QC. Okay, so I write here AB is parallel to CD. Therefore, AP is parallel to CQ. AP is parallel to CQ or QC because P is between A and B and Q is between B and C. Q is between C and D and P is between A and B. So AB is parallel to DC means AB is parallel to QC or CQ. Okay, this is equation 1. Also ABCD is parallelogram. Therefore AB is equal to DC. AB is equal to DC because opposite sides of a parallelogram. C, multiply both sides by half. Here multiply with half, here also multiply with half. Now see, what is the half of AB? AB चे निम्न काय मिळाला? P is midpoint आहे. Therefore half of AB is AP. Half of AB is AP and half of CD is QC or CQ. Because given, I have written here given. What is the given? P and Q are midpoints of side AB and CD. P is midpoint of AB and Q is midpoint of CD. Therefore, half of AB is AP and half of DC is QC. Okay, this understand? Now observe, this is equation 2, suppose. Now observe these two equations. This is equation first and this is equation second. Observe this segment AP is parallel to CQ. AP is parallel to CQ and AP is equal to CQ given. These both opposite sides are parallel and congruent. If one pair of opposite angles are congruent and parallel, therefore it is a parallelogram. Therefore ABCQ is a parallelogram. Okay, it is very simple. Okay, understand? We have to prove it is a parallelogram. So we have to prove any one of the opposite pair is parallel and congruent. Okay, understand? Now see the third example in practice at 5.2. In figure, G is the point of concurrence of medians of triangle DEF. Here G is the point of concurrence of this triangle medians. Okay. Take point H on ray DG. Take point H on ray DG such that DG and H and DG is equal to GH. These both are congruent. Then prove that GEHF is a parallelogram. We have to prove this triangle GEHF. This is a parallelogram. So for proving parallelogram, we know the properties: opposite angles are opposite. Angles are congruent, opposite sides are parallel or equal, or diagonals bisect each other, then it is a parallelogram. So here we prove diagonals bisect each other, then it is a parallelogram. So let's start from given we prove. Let the medians from vertex B intersect side EF at point N. हा median कुठे intersect होते म्हणून आपण point म्हणणार M. Now G is centroid given. Okay, we know the property of centroid in last standard. The centroid divides each median in the ratio 2:1. Centroid divides each median in the ratio 2:1. This is the property of median. Okay, we know this property. So what is their median? DM is the median here. So this median divides 2:1. हा रेशो काय असणार आहे 2:1 असणार आहे. DG upon GM. DG upon GM is equal to 2:1. Okay, understand? This is the here take point M. This name as M, and write the property of centroid. Write the property of centroid, and according to property of centroid, here centroid median is DM. Therefore, DG upon GM is equal to 2/1. Cross multiply. DG is equal to 2GM. This is equation number 1. Now here given DG is equal to GH. DG is equal to GH given. Okay, DG as it is. What is the GH? What is GH here? G to H. What is GH? GM plus MH. GH we write it as GM plus MH. Okay. Now what is DG? 2GM. Put the value of DG as 2GM is equal to GM plus MH. Here I write 2GM from equation 1. Okay. Now take this GM in this side. 2GM minus GM becomes 1GM is equal to MH. GM ने इधर इधर आना है. 2GM minus GM means 1GM is equal to MH. This is equation number 2. First and second equation. Okay. Now DM. See here. DM is median of triangle DEF. What is meant by median? Here M is midpoint of EF. Median म्हणजे मध्यगा. मध्यगा म्हणजे काय? वर्टेक्स म्हणून आपण अपोजिट साइडवर median काढतो. म्हणजे काय? अपोजिट साइडचा मिडपॉइंट असतो. Here DM is the median. So EM is equal to MF. DM is median of triangle DEF. Therefore EM is equal to MF. Okay, this is let's say equation as second. Now observe the equation second and equation third. What is the equation second? GM is congruent to MH. And what is the equation third? EM is congruent to MH. These both equations see. What observe you? These are see GM is equal to MH means diagonal bisect, and EM is equal to MH means this diagonal EH bisect at point M. According to these two equations, from equation 2 and equation number 3, quadrilateral GEHF is a parallelogram. Why this is parallelogram? Here we read because diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals bisect each other, then it is a parallelogram. Okay. So for proving parallelogram, you must know opposite sides are parallel or congruent, opposite angles are congruent, or diagonals bisect each other. Any one of these we can prove that the given quadrilateral is parallelogram. Okay, understand? Here we use the property of median. Centroid is given, therefore we use the property of median. Okay. We see last example in the practice set 5.2. In figure, if points P, Q, R, S are on the sides of parallelogram such that AP is equal to PQ is equal to CR is equal to PS, then prove that this quadrilateral PQRS is a parallelogram. We have to prove this is parallelogram. Means we have to prove opposite sides are congruent or parallel. So let's start. Quadrilateral ABCD is parallelogram given. Quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram given. Okay. Therefore AB is equal to CD because opposite sides of parallelogram are congruent. What is AB here? AB means AP plus PB, and CD means CR plus RD. CR plus RD because P is between AB and R is between CD. AB means AP plus PB and CD means CR plus RD. AP and CR get cancelled because AP and CR are congruent given. Therefore, this get cancelled. We get PB is equal to RD. We call this equation 1. Also, ABCD is a parallelogram. Therefore, opposite angles are congruent. Angle ABC, congruent angle ADC. Okay, opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent. Now we write ABC as PBQ. We write ABC as PBQ, and we write ADC as ADCR as SDR. Okay, because P is between point AB and R is between point CD. Okay, call this as equation number 2. Now, you see in the triangle, this triangle PBQ, this is triangle, and triangle RDS. See these two triangles. PP is congruent to RD, where 2, and this angle is congruent. Okay, and DS is congruent to PQ given. See in triangle PBQ and triangle RDS. In these both triangles, PB is congruent to DR. PB is congruent to DR from equation number 1. Okay, and from equation 2, angle PBQ congruent angle SDR from equation number 2. And BQ is congruent to DS or SD given. In these both triangles, see what are the given. This congruent to this PB is congruent to DR. Where 2, equation number 1, angle P is congruent to angle D, where 2, and PQ is congruent to SD. So these both triangles are congruent by which test? Side angle side. Side angle side means by SAS test, these both triangles are congruent. If the triangles are congruent, then corresponding side. What remains side here? PQ and SR. PQ is congruent to RS. Okay? PQ is congruent to RS. We had proved. Similarly, if we choose these two triangles, we prove that PS is congruent to QR. PS is congruent to QR. So, if these opposite sides are congruent, PQ is congruent to RS and PS is congruent to QC. PS is congruent to PR. QR. From equation number 3 and equation number 4, we say that quadrilateral PQRS is a parallelogram because here we prove opposite sides are congruent. Okay, understand this step? From quadrilateral ABCD is parallelogram, we write 2 steps. Opposite sides are congruent and opposite angles are congruent. Opposite sides are congruent and opposite angles. And we prove this theorem. Similarly, this opposite sides we take and prove the segment PS is congruent to segment QR. Okay, understand? So students, today we will see some of the test of the parallelograms, 2 proofs of the test of parallelogram, and also see 3 examples in practice set 5.2. Remaining examples in practice set and remaining theorems you solve yourself at home. Okay, today's homework is try to solve all theorems of test of parallelogram in your notebook and also solve practice set 5.2 in your notebook. Okay, see you in the next video. Thank you.